Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at gcnlive.com.
This is your call to action. Get prepared, America. Economy, survival, energy, disasters. This is USAPrepares.com. Informative radio, educational radio. Interact now by emailing instructor@USAPrepares.com or text at 434-390-7953. Class, please take your seats. Now, your instructor, Vincent Finelli.
Watch the greenbacks tumble.
The word blissed, it's spelled B-L-I-S-S-E-D. Dr. Shealy makes this essential oil, and he calls it Bliss, B-L-I-S-S, and I use it daily, as well as Dr. Shealy. And your dial said correctly to USAPrepares.com, broadcasting 2 hours from high atop the Missouri Ozark Mountains. We're delighted you're here. The call-in number for this broadcast is 866-582-9933. It's toll-free, 866-582-9933. So if you'd like to call, we'll pay for the call. Tom is engineering the broadcast in Minnesota at Genesis. Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us. Welcome, Rick.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I know. There's the laugh I was looking for.
So, Rick.
Nice to have you back, Vincent.
Hey, thanks for being with us, Rick, and thanks for spending time with Captain John Regan. I needed
fun.
to do.
Yeah,
he's a good guy, and I know you've met him in person many times. Rick, I had to do some farming, and I needed to get things done to prepare for the winter.
That's the big question. Were you able to get it done?
Not entirely. Farming is the list is so long that I just can't get it all done. But I had time with our son and Mrs. Finelli, and we were working feverishly on the farm we had some damage to fences from the flooding, the massive rainfall that we had, trees falling on fences, fences being washed across the road. We needed to protect the cows. We need to move fences. We need to move cows. We need to work on equipment to prepare it for the winter. We want to put solar panels on the roof of the barn so we could experiment with solar and actually broadcast completely from the sun and have a method of generating power to pump water from a well during the winter when the ponds and streams freeze so that the cows will have water. I mean, those are the kinds of things that we were doing. And, we have had so many failures here at the farm, so many hydraulic type failures. It's just unbelievable. Vehicles, trucks, cars, hydraulic cylinders, hoses. I've never seen anything like it. And, we could say, well, yeah, some of our equipment's getting old, but you know what? I've never seen so many failures, so many flat tires, so many rubber product failures in my life as we've been experiencing this summer. And I was talking with
some of this is vectored into Fukushima and the radiation that's in the atmosphere and some of the other crop, including the barium and aluminum oxide. I think it's having a serious effect on our technology. I think that you're going to see more of this, not less, and things are not going to work as well because of interference. These ionizing radiation particles and the other crap that's falling. It's actually deteriorating the metals in aircraft. I've got a report on that from the military. It's I don't know that there's an answer to it either.
Rick, when we look at power, we were told back in the 1950s, I remember the Atomic Energy Commission and these reports and publications and announcements that electricity will be so inexpensive, you can power your whole home on it and it's almost free. for maybe pennies a day, you can, have a total electric home, electric heat, air conditioning, all the appliances that were available at the time. And electricity is the future, and it's virtually free. But what they didn't say was there was this byproduct, this deadly result of the power generation and the production of the nuclear fuels. And there's no solution for it, and we don't know where to put it, and it's not safe, and we can't store it forever. And this thing is, the substances that come out of these nuclear generation systems are deadly for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, maybe in our terms, for eternity.
Well, I have something that I'd like to say to the public, and I've thought about this a little bit, and it's like kind of important, this observation about Hillary Clinton and our previous President Clinton. I posted some background on him, and he was a criminal, and the public had no awareness of how he rose to his success in Arkansas. And if the Republican Party continues to go in the direction that it is, with this fop running for president with Jesse Ventura as his running mate, there's no possible way that anybody's going to be interested in the purpose of the Republican Party. And I have to say that it's almost like a fait accompli with Hillary Clinton. And if Hillary becomes president of the United States, she will take her husband and make him president of the United Nations, and that couple will then become the single most powerful couple in the world. And that's what it's all going down toward right now. No choice for voting. And it's crazy how the media is just going along for the ride, and Donald Trump is playing this game. It's wrong. I remember the Dulles brothers, John Foster Dulles and his brother. I remember what a statesman used to be, where the president of the United States was supposed to represent the best and finest of our people. And Hillary Clinton does not qualify in that regard by any stretch of the imagination, and certainly neither does Donald Trump. Now, what the heck are they doing to us today? And that is how it's going to play in 2016. Wake up, America. Yet we are being sold down the river by people that they don't even care about us. And if you were to see why we're financially in trouble, it has to do with immigration. I've got 14 reasons on where our money is going with Social Security and the rest of it. And it's all about illegal immigrants. And our school system now teaching Spanish as a second language. The whole thing is wrong. And, I'm here to say I'm not politically astute, and I can see it. Now, if I can see it, what do you think is really going on? And we are about to hit a brick wall. Venezuela is a beta on what is happening in America today. You can watch this morning what's going on with the government taking over the farms for food to be able to feed the people and their water. And what's happened is their primary currency is black market. And the United States is going to play exactly like Venezuela is today. And that's what you've got to look forward to with Hillary Clinton running the ship and appointing her ex-husband, her husband, or whatever he is, because I haven't even got a clue about that part. It's just nuts. And what is a person like me going to do? Vote for Donald Duck. It's not right.
The reason I think that he is rising in popularity, I'm talking about Donald Trump, is because we're fed up. We're fed up with everyone else.
We're fed up right now, yes.
We're fed up.
Vote for a creep like him. So why is the Republican Party running him with a Jesse, I'm a Navy SEAL governor as his running mate? What is that about? And when you look at the bigger picture, once Hillary is in, and that'll be how it plays, she will appoint her husband as leader of the United Nations, the New World Order, and now we're down for the count.
Rick, you're not the only one saying that. Joining the faculty here at USA Prepares is, is Larry Nichols. He's been on with us 7 times. And he does the Tuesday broadcast with us. And he's been exposing the things that you're talking about. And he said exactly what you're saying. He said
there's no choice.
He said that Hillary...
We are supposed to... That people that run for president are supposed to represent our finest and most educated. Mm-hmm. How does this work? And the Republican Party is doing it. There it is. And the Democratic Party are just allowing it to happen. There they are. Mm-hmm. And Hillary Clinton is wrong for anything. There she is. And I hope they bug her and dog her all the way down in terms of these emails and all the rest of the illegal things she's done as supposedly our finest and best. Mm-hmm. Now, there it is. Straight up. And I don't have an answer on this, but as an individual, I am going to exercise my vote for Donald Duck. And I'm going to, or Howard the Duck. He'd even be better. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why the Republican Party is doing this. Oh, yes, I do. There is no Republican and Democratic Party anymore. That's a good way to put it.
Rick, you sound angry.
Out here, listen, I'm part of the 99% that's losing ground, can't make all my bills, and I'm not certain what I'm going to do next because of the stress, and that stress and what it creates in health. And all of us are going through it right now. Every single person, even those that have money and were, quote, set for life. How does this all work?
Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us. Mike, you're on hold. We'll bring you in right after these few short commercial announcements. I'm Vin Finelli. This is USA Prepares. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Hey neighbor, what are you doing digging? You had a heart attack last year.
Oh, I know. I was told no more hard labor.
Then why are you digging?
Well, I've been taking Extendovite. It's been approved to help my heart.
Extendovite? Is that a new drug?
No, not a drug. It's more like an herbal combination made from garlic and cayenne.
Herbal? How can that help?
Well, actually, we've taken herbs for thousands of years. Extendovite is doing the job for me.
Does your doctor know about Extendovite?
Yeah, my doctor knows, and he said it seems to be working for you, so don't stop taking it. I've taken Extendovite. I don't want to stop.
To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822. Or visit our website at heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
That's disgusting. What's that smell? Roll down your window before I pass out.
It's those nasty fish oil pills I've been taking.
Why won't you just switch to Nutrigold fish oil like I did?
It's fish oil. What's the difference?
Well, my Nutrigold fish oil is sourced and manufactured right here in the USA.
What's so special about that? Aren't they all?
Are you kidding? Of course not. Only Nutrigold fish oil is 100% USA made, which is why it's so fresh.
100% product of USA and fresh? I like the sound of that. So no more fish burps?
No more fish burps. And that's not all. If you go to www.fishoil.best and enter my fish oil, you can save $5 like I did.
That won't be necessary. We can just share your bottle.
Nice try. Get your own at www.fishoil.best.
Sorry.
Get rid of those fish burps for good. Go to Nutrigold's U.S.-made fish oil products by going to www.fishoil.best and get $5 off by entering My Fish Oil at checkout.
The human body is more than 60% water. Your brain and muscles are 75% water. And your blood is 92% water. Water's vital to your body, and alkalizing your water is the key to keep it running at its best. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops keep your entire body healthy, boosts energy, promotes weight loss, and even fights cancer. Call 800-518-7615 or go to alkavision.com to find out more. That's alkavision.com.
Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us, and Mike Parsons from Tennessee is joining us. Mike, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Dr. Miller, and good morning, Richard.
Good morning. Yeah, I know. Isn't it a bitch?
I think I need a shot of that bliss to wake me up. It's a long night. But
last night, I was fortunate to catch Nickel Creek from Tennessee. And they had Fiona Apple singing with her. What a combination coming out of Tennessee and the music that's happening now. It is very, very cool.
Well, despite a lot of the problems that we have in Tennessee, it is one of the most beautiful places in this country to drive through and see, especially East Tennessee, and of course the music. It's rich history.
Music. Yeah, you are Americana, and it is wonderful music. Jazz, blues, all of it, and ballad. It's wonderful.
Well, Vincent, would you like to pick up where we left off last night?
Yeah. Class, Mike Parsons and I were on the phone last night, and he was telling me something about, well, let me tell you about this barn. So I decided we wanted to build a barn here on the farm to protect our equipment and the farm animals. And, I've been talking about nesting and preparing, and I'm concerned about a lot of things. So I wanted to make sure that if we needed a place to put the animals, if we had a really serious storm, we could protect them. We need to be big enough to do that, need to be strong enough to do that. And I wanted to have a place where we could mount solar panels but cost is always a concern. I was talking to Mike Parsons about that, and he said that, there's some really neat, used barns that are available, and he has connections. So he put us in touch with these guys who take down chicken barns in Arkansas. So we have a gooseneck trailer and a truck that can pull it. And Mike arranged for us to be able to buy used steel, used trusses, used purlins, used everything to build this barn. But we had to modify it. We had to engineer a way to convert what would be a chicken barn into a utility barn, a farm barn, and which really meant raising the walls, because a chicken barn has, let's say, 6-foot high walls and trusses. So what we did was we built short walls, 4 feet tall, out of 8-inch thick concrete, reinforced it with rebar, and designed a way to lift the entire barn up 4 feet higher than it was designed to be. And so we made several trips to Arkansas to pick up these parts. And Mike, you were on your way to get some of the other parts that you thought that we needed when you were, what? Arrested.
Yeah, that's back on February the 11th of 2014. I had left that morning to go back over to Arkansas to where the materials were to make sure that they were secured so that when your son was able to get back by there, that they would be there, because these materials don't last long. And when you run across deals where there are, fairly new materials that are very inexpensive, and people are doing like you and I, building barns and trying to do it affordably, everybody wants to do the same thing. We're all doing the same thing, and we're looking for deals. And so I knew that if I didn't get over there, even though there was about a foot of snow over there, that if I didn't drive over there and get there, that somebody else would roll up in a four-wheel drive with their trailer, and they'd get those materials. So I had to get there. And that morning, I'd gotten up and, you go outside and you put out hay for the horses because I was going to be gone for several days. And, moving hay for the horses and taking care of animals, getting preparations in place so that the missus wouldn't have to deal with a lot of that stuff while I'm away. And when I leave the house, she locks the door. And because of the situation at that time while I was on parole, I didn't even have a key to the house. And that was specifically for the purposes of that when I'm gone, she can have her guns readily at hand so that she can access them in a moment's notice. Because since we bought the farm and moved out here, we've been shot at 3 different times. And each time you call the sheriff's department and report it, and they do nothing. And so pretty quick you learn that, number one, it's a waste of time to call the sheriff's department. You've got to be able to defend yourself. And otherwise, you probably won't survive. And of course, my wife is an excellent shot.
Mike, hold that thought. We're going into a break. We'll be right back.
Open your mouth and say, ah. Getting a good view of a sore throat can be difficult, but the new doctor-recommended sore throat exam kit from SayOnNow.com makes it easy. A first-of-its-kind scientifically designed oral retractor to relax the tongue, minimize gag reflex, and increase visibility. Our Made in the USA kit also includes a medical-grade reference chart, easy-to-use website and app so that you're one click away from unparalleled sore throat information. Click SayAhHHnow.com. SayOnNow.com, a must-have for your family's medical preparedness.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state in back taxes, you know they'll never stop coming after you. With bank levies, wage garnishments, they'll even seize your home or business. The good news? A government program for tax debt forgiveness. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative.
I'm Paul Sibley with U.S. Tax Shield. We can help navigate the new laws, get you protected, and resolve your tax issues permanently.
Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield now for your free consultation and get a guaranteed quote to resolve your case. Call 800-436-6451. That's 800-436-6451.
Have you ever felt like the United States government knows way too much about your financial affairs? I continue to hear stories about property seizures, frozen bank accounts, confiscation of stocks and bonds. It makes me wonder if the U.S. citizen will ever again have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Unfortunately, with the Drug and Money Laundering Act, the IRS Revenue Ruling 6045 of 1984, and the Trading with the Enemy Act and Franklin D. Roosevelt's Executive Order of 1933, some precious metal holdings are subject to government intervention. For this reason, Midas Resources has prepared a report explaining the boundaries of trading precious metals privately. Whether if you have any intention of trading with Midas Resources or not, I have instructed my representatives to give this report out free. Call for your free copy at 1-800-686-2237. When investing, always proceed with caution. Again, call 1-800-686-2237. Exercise your legal right to trade metals privately. 1-800-686-2237.
Hey, Berkey Guy here. Are you still drinking unfiltered tap water? Does your water contain chlorine or fluoride? Will you have drinkable water in an emergency? The Berkey Guy is here to help you remove these and other potential contaminants from your water, thus helping you drink clean, purified water. We offer Berkey water purification systems at the lowest available prices online. Don't go another moment without a Berkey system. Over the last 10 years, we've helped thousands drink clean, purified water. Join them by visiting goberkey.com or call me, the Berkey Guy, at 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653.
Honey, why are there fish swimming in our bathtub?
Aren't they cute? You need more omega-3s, and those fish oil pills with toxins and heavy metals are scary. So I'm making fish oil from scratch.
Oh boy, didn't I tell you I'm ordering Nutrigold fish oil? It's exceptionally pure.
That's what they all say.
No, really. Nutrigold's fish oil is concentrated from pure cold water fish straight off the Alaskan coast and manufactured right here in the USA.
Well, cold Alaskan waters are much more pristine than the polluted waters that other fish oils are sourced from.
That's what I'm saying. And it's 5-star certified to meet international purity, potency, and freshness standards.
Well, that sounds even better.
Great. I'll be in my office ordering a few bottles. If I order now on www.fishoil.best, I can save $5 using the promo code MyFishOil. Honey, why are there bees in my office?
Get rid of those fish burps for good. Go to Nutrigold's U.S.-made fish oil products by going to www.fishoil.best and get $5 off by entering MyFishOil at checkout.
Everyone says or does something silly once in a while, but once that embarrassing thing is on the internet, it can spread like a terrible rash. Put it to rest. Get a free expert analysis today from Reputation.com. It only takes 30 seconds. 800-831-0771. We protect your online image by helping to make sure that when people search for you or your business, they find the most current, accurate information possible. Reputation.com, because word travels fast. Call for a free analysis today. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
Sciatica, lower back pain, hip pain, poor posture. If you suffer from any of these problems, get ready to relax. Introducing an amazing product that's been in the market for over 25 years, the Sacro Wedgie. It was invented by a football coach using a common sense osteopath technique. He created this device to help his athletes by isolating and supporting the sacrum, which is the keystone of our anatomy. This wedge-shaped bone is in the center of our hips, where a lot of pain starts. Simply relax 20 minutes daily on the amazingly simple Sacro Wedgie and let gravity do the work, helping muscles rebalance and start releasing nerves. Sit in the Sacro Wedgie at the computer or while traveling to help correct posture to finally help relieve those stubborn aches and pains for only $33.95. It's made in the USA, so click the family-owned website at sacrowedgie.com, spelled SACROWEDGY.com, or call 1-800-737-9295. That's 1-800-737-9295. Relax your back pain away with the Sacro Wedgie.
Class Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us, and Mike Parsons is joining us from Tennessee. And I learned last night that Mike Parsons was going to make sure that he secured materials for our barn when he was arrested. And since we had this discussion last night, I thought that it'd be good for all of us to hear what happened. And Mike, you've been arrested multiple times, and none of it makes any sense. And what we're seeing, just because someone has been put in prison, just because someone is arrested, just because someone is audited by the IRS, doesn't mean that any wrongdoing has even occurred, other than maybe wrongdoing by the government or by an agent of the government or by we even had a call in the last couple of days. One of our instructors, who knows a man whose son was stopped by the police, and the police said license and registration, and this young man opened his wallet to get his license out, and the cops saw that he had some $100 bills in there. He had 3 of them, and the cops said, "That's drug money. Now you can either give me that money, or I'm going to take you to jail." And we'll take the money. So where do you want to give us the money, here or at jail? I mean, these are the kinds of shakedowns that are happening. And Mike, you were arrested because someone shot at you and killed your dog right in front of you. And
right.
So you were arrested.
There's no way that they were going to arrest the perpetrator because he was a friend of the county executive that at that moment I was suing to void the election because they committed fraud. They literally stole the election. They flipped the votes. They just changed the votes and declared, no, he won the election. And it was blatantly fraudulent because the local news media early on had gotten official returns from the Election Commission saying I had 4,282 votes, 79% of the vote, and the guy I was running against had less than 1,000 votes. It was, a landslide. And then at midnight, I had people calling from the election office congratulating me. And then the next day, the local news media said, "Oh, no, Jeff Huffman won." and he had the landslide, and he had the 10,000 votes, and Parsons, he had less than 2,000. Wrong. That's not the way it works, folks. You can't just steal an election. And so when I sued, they had to shut me up. They had to silence me. And the only way to do that is to falsely accuse me. And the only way to do that is to provoke me and hope that I would do something. And this guy that's suffering from cancer that attacked us, they probably thought that this goofball would be able to get me to do something to, retaliate or shoot him or something. And hopefully, in their eyes, well, that'd be great if he died. Then we could put Parsons in prison for life or execute him, shut him up for good. Well, I wasn't that stupid. I didn't want to hurt the guy. I didn't want him to hurt my family. But at the same time, I value all life, even idiots like him. And so I did not return fire, not only because of that, but because there was a house behind him, and I didn't want to potentially harm other people. But for my efforts of trying to preserve life, for my what would have used to be called citizenship, I was railroaded into prison and falsely convicted of a crime that never occurred, aggravated assault. When you're shot at and you're attacked, you have a right, a God-given right to self-defense. But in Tifton County, Tennessee, where they can stack the jury, it doesn't matter what your rights are. It doesn't matter what the law is. It matters only that they want you out of the way, and they get you out of the way. And right now, the reason this is important is that right now, what they've done to me, when they came in and raided our farm under false pretense, I wasn't even there, and they had my wife come back to the house and unlock the house, knowing that she had guns in the house, knowing that she kept them in a safe, knowing that when I was gone, she would bring them inside for her protection. They knew all this. This was all known by Edward Danny Johnson, the parole officer. And yet they confiscated her guns that I didn't even know were there. I had no idea she had put them in the house because I was away. They stole her guns and then ordered my arrest. This is what they're doing, not just to me, but across the state. The State of Tennessee Corporation right now is in the process of disarming the people of Tennessee by raiding their homes under false pretense when a family member or a friend with a felony conviction, well, they'll follow them to this house, and then they will perpetrate a raid. They will steal the guns. They will falsely arrest the family member and friend with the felony conviction, claiming that they had possession of guns simply by being in the vicinity of a gun. Even if that person had no knowledge of the guns at all. It doesn't matter. And then they're sent back into the belly of the beast where they can extract more money via fraud. Of course, they have to pay for phone calls and commissary, and of course the money that comes from the bond that pays for all this is what feeds this beast. And of course, most people realize that there's no place in this country where you can go where there are not people with guns, and except maybe Chicago and D.C. and a few other places where only the cops and the crooks, which is kind of interchangeable, would have guns. But the reality is that in civilized society where everybody has guns, that's why it's civilized, there's no place you can go where there are not people with guns, although that's what they want. And what happens is that by virtue of you being in the vicinity of a gun, whether you knew about it or not, they will accuse you, arrest you, and steal the guns. And in Tennessee, this is something else. Vincent, I sent you this link this morning in an email. There's a caption that the state of Tennessee is a new law that requires the police departments to sell their seized guns, and not every agency is happy about that. Well, it sounds like on its face it's a good thing because the cops aren't getting to keep the guns. Well, no. What it does is it creates a catch-and-release system for law enforcement to profit in gun trafficking, where they will seize guns, sell them at auction, and collect the money, and then turn around, seize them again, sell them at auction. It's a catch-and-release. What's that Russian comedian who said, "Is this a great country or what?" And this is how they're stealing from the public, and they're railroading otherwise innocent people back into prison to keep the beast satisfied, to feed the beast.
Mike,
and this has got to be stopped. And there's no one out there that I know of speaking out against this other than me and maybe a handful of people. And this is sad. And this very weekend in Memphis, Tennessee, they have announced that they are having a, quote, gun buyback operation where the public is encouraged to turn in their guns, and they will receive a $50 gas card from a local gas station and a $50 gift certificate to a local grocery store. So basically, they're thinking people are going to turn in their guns, no questions asked, for basically $100 worth of stuff. Well, I would encourage them to go to any local gun show where they can probably get a lot more for their gun if they want to sell it to a private individual. And that way you're not engaging in commerce with the state of Tennessee, who's going to take that gun and then turn around and sell it themselves and put that money in their own back pockets.
I suggest that we, the villagers, set up across the street with a great big sign saying, paying highest prices, paying higher than the police.
I like that.
Yeah, set up shop right across the street saying cash for guns, not gift cards, not gas cards, cash for guns right here, right now. No questions asked. Well, other than, are you a resident of the
By the way,
Tennessee?
that right here, right now is the logo of Chattanooga.
Mm-hmm.
So go for it.
You know, Rick, what we're hearing from Mike is very similar to what we're hearing from other USA Prepares instructors who have been beaten up. And it's not like, I don't think we have been singled out. And I've said this to Mike privately on the phone, that I don't think it's necessarily that Mike Parsons has been singled out because of USA Prepares. I don't think that's the case. I think these things are happening all over the country, and we're just a sample of what's happening. You know, Steve Angle was beat up in his house by cops who said, yeah, we got a 911 call. They can't prove it. To this day, they can't prove that there was a 911 call. They're just saying that there wasn't. And they showed up at his house and beat him up and sent him to the hospital and then put him in jail for 3 days. We're having others of us who are being shaken down. We're being tased. I'm talking about USA Prepares, tased in cars. And the cops who do it are getting promoted. The bottom line of what I'm hearing right here, right now, is there is no one to call. You can't call 911 and ask for help because you're probably going to end up getting shot or arrested. So 911 is not an option. Our guns are being stolen from us. Mike, you talked about a gun sale. Well, a couple weeks ago, right here in our little county in Missouri, there was a collection of 20 years worth of guns that had been stolen from people that were being offered for sale. And, you know, the locals are probably saying, this is great. You know, we can get guns cheap. You know, we'll buy them from the sheriff's office because they're having a gun sale. But these are guns that have been stolen. This is property of families that have been stolen by the cops. I know for a
thing about that is that they know exactly who the original purchaser was, because when you file that background check, they say it only stays in the state record for 1 year. No, it's in a national database. They look up that serial number and they know exactly who had that gun originally purchased. And if it's ever been transferred utilizing that system, then they know who the most recent buyer is. That's the person you should return the stolen property to, not pocket the proceeds for your law enforcement officers to go out and party on. That's a crime.
Let's say a husband has his gun stolen by the police. Well, it's still family property. Why is that gun taken by the police? Why is that gun not returned to the wife? It's family property. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And how would the police like it if we behaved the same way that they do?
They're operating under laws that actually do not exist. In my case, they accused me of possession of guns, even though I didn't have possession of guns, was nowhere near a gun, didn't know they were even there. Well, at the parole revocation hearing, which occurred 9 months after the fact, the parole officer admitted, well, no, he didn't actually have possession of a gun, but he could have. And see, therein is the problem. There's no law about speculative could have. You either do or you don't. And because I didn't, I should have been released immediately. But they said, nah, we'll just let him finish out his time. He's only got about another, 6-8 months? Just let him write it out, yeah. So my life
By now, you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
I am a 47-year-old female and had a heart attack in 2005. This is Alice from New Jersey. I still get angina, even with 4 stents. I was taking nitro 2 or 3 times a week. The very first day after taking Heart and Body Extract, the chest pain was gone. Now I don't wear a nitro patch.
Learn the secrets of an effective, natural, 100% organic nutritional supplement for a healthy heart and circulation at hbextract.com.
Are you excited about the World Wide Web? Do you want a place where you can share your ideas and express yourself? Well, dial up your modems and stream on down to the GCN Live Community Forum. Lots of radical features await you there.
Wow, Internet guy, I'm so glad I went to the GCN Live Community Forum.
You too can discover why the World Wide Web is awesome. Just go to gcnlive.com/forum. That's gcnlive.com/forum. I'll see you in cyberspace. Friend at GCN Live on Diaspora and Cross.tv.
If you're worried about your health and you're tired of the nasty side effects of harsh drugs or antibiotics, then look no further. Supernatural Silver is the answer. Supernatural Silver is a powerful immune system enhancer that can be used every day to help keep you healthy and well with none of those nasty side effects. It's extremely safe for use internally as well as topically. And Supernatural Silver is hundreds of times more effective than colloidal or ionic silver. It is perfect for use in the sinuses, eyes, ears, and on any wound or skin issue. Supernatural Silver is also extremely effective when taken orally and can help fight off bacteria, viruses, and mold that may be overwhelming your immune system. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, supernaturalsilver.com, and use the promo code SILVER2015 for 30% off of your entire order, and give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
Okay, open your mouth and say ah. Getting a good view of a sore throat can be difficult, but the new doctor-recommended sore throat exam kit from sayahnow.com makes it easy. A first-of-its-kind scientifically designed oral retractor to relax the tongue, minimize gag reflex, and increase visibility. Our Made in the USA kit also includes a medical-grade reference chart, easy-to-use website and app so that you're one click away from unparalleled sore throat information. Click sayahhnow.com. Sayahnow.com, a must-have for your family's medical preparedness.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
We've been patiently waiting while you tried to ignore us, waiting while you acted like we didn't exist, waiting for our chance to be taken seriously. The wait is over. GCN is available 24/7 at GCNlive.com. Navigate through news from your favorite hosts and download archives of past shows. Download the app on your smartphone or tablet or visit GCNlive.com for instant access and live streaming. GCNlive.com, the future of talk radio, now at your fingertips.
Class Dr. Richard Allen Miller is with us. Mike Parsons called in from Tennessee, and there's nobody to call. And let me give you an example of how serious this can be. If this happened to you, let's just use Mike Parsons as an example. I know Mike Parsons. Mike Parsons has been to the Get Prepared Expos. Mike Parsons has been to the meetups. Mike Parsons has been on the air with us. Mike Parsons is a pilot, a farmer, an innovator. He's a really bright guy. Now, so let's just hypothetically put Mike Parsons in an interview situation. Okay? So today, Mike Parsons is sitting across the desk from the person who has control of his life and is deciding whether they're going to hire Mike Parsons or not. So the interview goes something like this. Well, Mike Parsons, I see you're a pilot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. That's great. Mike, I understand you're a farmer. Mm-hmm. Mike, have you ever been arrested? Mike would have to say, honestly, yes. Mike, have you ever been imprisoned? Yes. Mike, have you ever been convicted of a crime? Yes. Now, do you think they would ask Mike Parsons, Mike, were you ever guilty of a crime? That answer would be no. So what I'm saying is these people who are in uniform, the blue plague, the men in black dresses, the government ilk, the government who is in control of our lives can absolutely make your life miserable from then on. They can make it impossible for you to get a job. The only thing that might be left is to become an entrepreneur. Mike, am I exaggerating?
No, they've literally brainwashed the public into believing that once convicted, always convicted, and they put that label on you, felon, as opposed to a person having something that was once there. That's a condition for life, and they try to brand you, and that's a way that they destroy people's lives. It doesn't matter if you're not. You are branded for life, and these people that claim to be Christian, they're not Christian, because if they were, there would be redemption. With them, there is no redemption. You're tagged, bagged, and off you go forever.
Mike, I'm going to share something publicly with you. I don't believe you know. I called your parole officer. And I was not the only one on the call. Sam Bushman was on this telephone call with me. And we called Edward Danny Johnson in Tennessee. And he was chatting with us for a couple minutes, and then he said, oh, hold on. Someone came into wherever he was, his office. This guy came in, and it sounded like a young person. So he put the phone down. He didn't put us on hold. He just put the phone down. And we're waiting for him. We can hear everything that's going on. And Danny said something like this to this guy. Hey, have you committed any crimes I need to know about? Are you dealing in drugs? He was looking to arrest this guy again. Now, obviously, this was one of his parole customers. And he was just trying to put him back in prison. That's Danny Johnson. I heard him do it. Sam Bushman heard him do it too.
Every time they send somebody back and violate the parole, they're paid an incentive.
Just like one of our instructors who was on the road in Arkansas, and he saw these two cops dressed in dark uniforms. He stopped and he said, "Hey, it was at night." He said, "It's hard to see you guys. It's really hard to see you guys. Just want to let you know, for your own safety, drivers are having a tough time seeing you." And the guy said, "What are you doing?" So the cop said, "Well, we're setting up a DUI checkpoint. How much have you had to drink tonight?" And so they shook this guy down. They shook down our instructor. And he got a ticket. He got a ticket for failure to produce registration. He produced it. Now he's looking at a $200 fine for something he didn't do. Meaning he did nothing wrong. The blue plague. Mike Parsons, thanks so much for being with us. Dr. Richard Allen Miller and I'll be back on the other side of Top of the Hour News. And I'm going to share with you a story about Hillary Clinton. Thanks so much, Mike Parsons. And I look forward to having you on the air again and again and again. This is USA Prepares. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99 and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Okay, open your mouth and say ah.
Getting a good view of a sore throat can be difficult, but the new doctor-recommended sore throat exam kit from SayAhNow.com makes it easy. A first-of-its-kind scientifically designed oral retractor to relax the tongue, minimize gag reflex, and increase visibility. Our Made in the USA kit also includes a medical-grade reference chart, easy-to-use website and app so that you're one click away from unparalleled sore throat information. Click SayAhNow.com. SayAhNow.com, a must-have for your family's medical preparedness.
KDArmor.com is your one-stop shop for the most affordable body armor, period. With packages starting at $169.99 and free shipping on every order. KD offers soft armor and rifle threat rated armor up to level 4. Go to KDArmor.com and get your body armor today while you still can. Mention this ad and receive a free tactical scarf for a limited time with any body armor package. That's CATIarmor.com. Come and take it.
Everyone all set, cocked, locked. Hour number 2 of USAPrepares.com with Dr. Richard Allen Miller. His website, richardallenmiller.com, Richard, A-L-A-N, Miller.com. Rick, you were talking about Hillary Clinton, hour number 1. I have a story to share with you. One of our instructors and I were on the radio, on local radio in Springfield, Missouri, a couple years ago. And what was happening is Walmart was planning an expansion. They were going to build another neighborhood market. There are at least 5 Walmart supercenters in Springfield, and they were going to expand with more neighborhood markets. And, we the villagers were annoyed because Walmart is driving out the competition. So, our friend and instructor decided that he was to be involved with a petition to stop this expansion of Walmart. And so he and I were on the radio. He was on USA Prepares, and he was talking about the 20 years that he spent at Walmart, learning very early on to be a good Walmart employee. He spent time at the Walmart corporate headquarters in Bentonville, Arkansas. He met Sam Walton, and that's where he met Hillary Clinton. And this instructor, USA Prepares instructor, was talking to Sam Walton about, bringing America back into Walmart, having a Made in America, Made in USA section of Walmart. And you saw years and years ago that there was this little tiny section where Walmart would say, yeah, we just created 7 jobs and we're making these light bulbs and they're made in USA. Well, our instructor was talking about Hillary Clinton and how she was evil and how she was really, really evil. And we were talking about Walmart. And we gave out the phone numbers to get the petition signed. And we got more than enough signatures in one day than we needed. We literally pulled this off. Well, that was on a Friday. On Saturday, our instructor went back to his full-time job, where he worked as the store manager of a farm and ranch type store. And he was greeted by management and told he was fired because of his passion about Walmart. He was fired right then and there. Now, what is the connection? The connection is Walmart sells the old buildings that they outgrow to this farm and ranch chain.
Yes.
Walmart's tentacles are far, wide, and deep. He got fired. So how much power does, let's say, Hillary Clinton and Walmart have? Well, you're just seeing just the tip of the iceberg. So, Rick, when you were talking about Hillary Clinton, that's just one more anecdotal story about who they are.
It's unbelievable. I posted on Facebook a video made by a state Supreme Court judge and what he knows about the Clintons. And that's an interesting play. We have no idea how bad it really is. And if the Clintons take over the United Nations, there it is. There's your new world order. And it's replete with aliens, spooks, and I don't know, time travel. Who knows? The whole thing is creepy. I feel helpless as an individual. I am acting as a voice to have other people start talking about this because it's wrong. We are supposed to be electing people that represent our finest and educated. And neither of those values apply. It's not happening. It's I don't get it that there's nobody that I really approve of. And when you look at the police force today, they are being populated from veterans that have come back from Afghanistan, jacked up on steroids. That's what 50% of the police forces in America today weightlift and or take illegal drugs of some form. Absolutely happening.
Here, now, Rick, you're right.
Well,
I know.
Okay. Now,
I know
that's
one.
What you've got coming to your front door.
I know one
that has become what we call an adrenaline junkie because it's the action and the movies they grew up with. I'm not talking about Hawaii Five-0 or Miami Vice. I'm talking about the new ones. And it's escalated like we said it would in terms of the violence in our children. And we're teaching them how to do it, and this time we're doing it with broken families. It's not even like Mexico. Mexico has an edge out because the family is still intact. We're in a place where I don't get, I'm going to mind my own bunker and try to be sovereign and not participate in these kinds of elections. To have some kind of protest, group mind, protesting is how you stop it. And it's an archetypal thing. And so as many people that are echoing it is how it's going to stop. It's what happened to the Dulles brothers. I was just given this very cool book. There are two books that I'm on my desk right now and loaning out. The first is The Occult by Colin Wilson. And this runs down who the charlatans were last century and who were the, people like Crowley, whatever, Blavatsky. That gives you a context of how Skull and Bones works at Harvard. Then the second book I have down is The Brothers, Stephen Kinzer. It talks about John Foster Dulles and Allen Dulles and their secret World War. It's interesting parallel, and I'm not a scholar, I'm just a nerd. But I'm here to tell you that from my perspective, there's not much I can do as an individual except try to speak out about it, write about it.
And that's exactly what we're doing. Rick, we have Miles from Europe on with us. Welcome, Miles.
Hey, Dr. Rick. Good morning. Hello, Vincent. Good morning as well.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miles.
Well, what you are having as a topic today always revolves around one thing that happened in 1917, and that was the so-called Trading of the Enemy Act. They declared you as the enemy of a state, and it was amended in 1933, and that's why you cannot vote for anybody who represents you. You can have somebody from you going to Washington, but they will turn him around because they become then an agent of the UN. As you said, Dr. Rick.
I've got the bigger picture. In my mind, I see how it's all going to work with the Clintons. How's that feel for you?
Well, not well. I have
well,
to
then what you suggest? How do we stop this nonsense? Republican Party aside, with Donald Trump, and God, I can't believe it. It's crazy. Bernard,
it is crazy.
I don't.
It's crazy. It's crazy, and the first thing that, in order to get your voice heard again and to get out of international maritime law into the civil law, is you need to get rid of the Trading of the Enemy Act. Just go to the treasury.gov and download it. And there you can see that they can take everything from you. There is no private property for an enemy of the state. That's why you have to get licensed to drive. That's why if you buy a car, you have to buy a number plate, what signalizes that you just gave that property over to the state, and you are under their rules and regulations. Same thing with gun ownership.
What makes my position tenable is that I'm transparent. I have a history since a little boy of what I've done every moment. And I don't have any, I don't have fear of the law. I basically would like to make a living off them like they're doing me.
Good luck with that.
Well, that's how it works. There's a way to make this glass work better. And I've got extra water to put in it. They're putting in a bunker next door to me. It's a private bunker. I mean, we're talking about a huge operation, not a little thing. Guy's been there with a massive crane scooper for 2 months. I mean, they've been working on this one for it's unbelievable. I'm watching it happen, and it's next door to me. How does that work?
What you are just seeing where the bunkers with you happened 70 years or 75 years ago in Europe. Where I live, the entire mountains are like cheese, like Swiss cheese. They're bunkers.
That's right. Little nooks and crannies. And they're all interconnected. This whole area that I'm living in is a network. I understand the East Coast. You can go all the way from Maine down into Florida without ever seeing the surface of Earth.
Agreed.
I don't know what it all means. I'm the 99% that doesn't have enough money to bug in or bug out. I don't even know what I would do if I had to move.
Well, it's a bad situation.
I've gone to press with some new books. I just went to press with them. Guess what? I have a GoFundMe account now. That seems to be working, and people are now wanting more of my books out there. We're going to do a couple more encyclopedias, so you've got a knowledge base on how to grow some of this stuff.
Great.
The diversity possibility is where your barter lies. I have an idea about education and how it might work with small children, Head Start and Children's Coalition.
Recall that thought. Miles, would you like to stay with us?
I'll stay for a moment.
Okay, we'll be right back. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
That's disgusting. What's that smell? Roll down your window before I pass out.
It's those nasty fish oil pills I've been taking.
Why won't you just switch to Nutrigold fish oil like I did?
It's fish oil. What's the difference?
Well, my Nutrigold fish oil is sourced and manufactured right here in the USA.
What's so special about that? Aren't they all?
Are you kidding? Of course not. Only Nutrigold fish oil is 100% USA made, which is why it's so fresh.
100% product of USA and fresh? I like the sound of that. So no more fish burps?
No more fish burps. And that's not all. If you go to www.fishoil.best and enter my fish oil, you can save $5 like I did.
That won't be necessary. We can just share your bottle.
Nice try. Get your own at www.fishoil.best.
Sorry.
Get rid of those fish burps for good. Go to Nutrigold's U.S.-made fish oil products by going to www.fishoil.best and get $5 off by entering My Fish Oil at checkout.
Now, a twice as nice Twin Kit special offer from Complete H2O Minerals for all GCN listeners. Get a Complete H2O Minerals Twin Kit with 33 different minerals, vitamins, and amino acids all in a liquid form. Enough for 2 people for 1 month. Regular price $89.95, but now Complete H2O Minerals is offering the Twin Kit for $69.95. And all GCN listeners receive a bonus 16-ounce bottle of ionic silver absolutely free with free shipping. A $120 total value. Hurry, limited time offer. Call 803-794-4767 or click CompleteH2OMinerals.com.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MyTV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MyTV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to produce an endless supply of nano-sized silver solutions right from the convenience of your home. Silver Lungs. With the addition of our unique lung delivery system, respiratory infections are targeted directly, where traditional oral administration simply cannot reach. This pioneering method also preserves the original particle sizes and delivers your silver solution directly into the bloodstream. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at silverlungs.com. That's silverlungs.com.
Class Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us, and Miles has joined us from Europe. Miles, I have a question for you. Why is it that someone in Europe, an ocean away, would be listening to USAPrepares.com?
USA Prepares is the only show that really gives you the nuts and bolts to prepare yourselves for whatever there might come. And that even counts for Europe, because whatever your administration or the corporation Washington is up to, we will have to go through that as well, because we're still occupied area. The Federal Republic of Germany has been set up as the Trojan horse of the Washington administration for controlling Europe. And everybody here is under almost the same conditions as you are with the Trading of the Enemy Act. We have been declared as dead and are only things like you are. You can go to your marriage license, and there you will find a sentence that states the product of this marriage belongs to the state. And that is in the marriage licenses since 1933. So you and we here, we do have the same legal problem on our shoulders. But the thing is, it's on your side of the ocean that you can take care of that. But as it seems, nobody is willing to do that.
So Miles, are you looking at us in America as a leading indicator as to what will happen in Europe? Is that what you're saying?
It's a two-part answer to that. Number one, I see you the losing part of the equation, because what happened 70 years ago to us here in Europe now is coming to you. You will have the same thing. You are just too many, and too many people there wanting too many stuff, and the herd needs to be thinned out a little bit. And the second part to the answer is there are smart people over there in the United States in America, not in the United States, in America, as the entire class here is, and the faculty is. And you are the shining lights for us here, because you're the only ones who can have an impact before things happen, when things happen, or to rebuild things and change things to a better place after things have happened.
Did you ever work with children? Do you have any background where you start in educational programs?
Well, I know Vincent. He's like a big boy playing with all the toys around on his farm.
Yeah, that's kind of fun, isn't it? He's got that, doesn't he? Did you ever find out what killed those cattle?
Miles had the same experience in Europe with his friends and fellow farmers that we've had here in Missouri. And we and Miles have come to the same conclusion. Our veterinarians, and so are the ones that he's talked to, have come to the same conclusion. We believe it's heat related. But, you know, the temperature it's not just the temperature, the heat. We think it's the UV that's causing. Is that what you found, Miles?
It's the temperature that results out of longer wave radiation from sunlight inside the body. Let me give you an example. You know the 1,000-liter IBC containers, the water containers that are used for forwarding materials on the highways, on trucks?
Yes.
We have them in black. We use them as black in order to prevent alginating of the water. So if we had a couple of them out there on the mountains, we use them as a regular tool for feeding water to the cattle and to the goats and to the sheep. And we have a couple of them just there, and we closed them totally down, like we locked up the downpipe outlet, and we closed the upper inlet. What happened is the upper inlet that you just threw on, that exploded off.
From the heat, the expansion of the water.
Yes, vapor.
Well, you know, with Antarctica melting right now as we speak, and the waters pouring off glaciers in Greenland, we absolutely have a problem. The temperatures in the ocean now are even warmer than when it brought on the Jurassic end. That means we have an extinction event about to happen of some form where there's going to be some mass land changes. And if you believe, I just posted something by Ed Dames, and it's related to the Hopi prophecy. The Hopi had, the Clovis that was their origins 3,600 years ago, crawled out of a cave with drawings of how it's going to go and the way it went previous. And we've been going through this. This is our sixth.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to produce an endless supply of nano-sized silver solutions right from the convenience of your home. Silver Lungs. With the addition of our unique lung delivery system, respiratory infections are targeted directly, where traditional oral administration simply cannot reach. This pioneering method also preserves the original particle sizes and delivers your silver solution directly into the bloodstream. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at silverlungs.com. That's silverlungs.com.
We've all heard the news stories. Another shooting. And they're getting worse. That's why Infidel Body Armor introduces Infidel Fridays. Exclusive 24-hour insider deals to save you money and possibly save your life. Make it a favorite when you log on to InfidelBodyArmor.com. Then be sure to visit each and every Infidel Friday to get special insider pricing, but for 24 hours only. That's InfidelBodyArmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
Hi, this is Walt Augustinowicz. I'm the founder and CEO of ID Stronghold. By now you've heard our commercials about wallets that protect you from electronic pickpocketing. 10 years ago, I created a way to protect my own cards from prying eyes after government officials started talking about issuing a national ID card with a built-in radio chip called RFID. I felt having to broadcast my personal information was an invasion of privacy. Soon after, it was also announced that credit cards, debit cards, U.S. passports, hotel room keys, and even transit passes would all soon incorporate RFID. It was then I formed ID Stronghold to share my inventions in blocking RFID signals with the world. There are a lot of misconceptions out there today about RFID. I encourage everyone to get informed and get protected. Please go to idstronghold.com and get the facts and the wallet, sleeves, or badge holders you need to protect your personal financial data. You'll be pleasantly surprised that through our direct sales model, you won't pay more than other comparable unprotected wallets. It is as though the protection is free. Visit idstronghold.com today.
There are hundreds of silver products on the market today, but there's nothing like the astonishing health benefits of the multi-patented One Silver Solution. Boost your immune system at a great price with our Silver Solution Liquid, starting at $12.95 a bottle. Now available in regular and extra strength. That's half the price of the leading competitors. Call 844-USILVER for your free catalog, or go to onesilversolution.com. Onesilversolution.com. There is only one Silver Solution.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
By now you know that wireless technology like cell phones do in fact pose dangers to the health and privacy of everyone. Blockit Pocket's wide range of products are unmatched in providing the protection you deserve. No scare tactics, just common sense. BlockitPocket.com offers quality American-made options to alleviate and eliminate these invisible dangers. Learn more at BlockitPocket.com or call 888-315-9618. BlockitPocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
Sciatica, lower back pain, hip pain, poor posture. If you suffer from any of these problems, get ready to relax. Introducing an amazing product that's been in the market for over 25 years, the Sacro Wedgie. It was invented by a football coach using a common-sense osteopath technique. He created this device to help his athletes by isolating and supporting the sacrum, which is the keystone of our anatomy. This wedge-shaped bone is in the center of our hips, where a lot of pain starts. Simply relax 20 minutes daily on the amazingly simple Sacro Wedgie and let gravity do the work, helping muscles rebalance and start releasing nerves. Sit in the Sacro Wedgie at the computer or while traveling to help correct posture to finally help relieve those stubborn aches and pains for only $33.95. It's made in the USA, so click the family-owned website at sacrowedgie.com, spelled SACROWEDGY.com, or call 1-800-737-9295. That's 1-800-737-9295. Relax your back pain away with the Sacro Wedgie.
Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us, and we've got Michael in New York. And Michael in New York, you're on with Dr. Richard Allen Miller. Tom, you're next.
Well, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
You know, guys, with Miles and what's going on in Europe, I mean, yes, Miles, it's all true, but generally it all starts there first, then it comes to our country. We were the freest country compared to all the other nations in the world up to the last 50 years for sure. Prior to that, Americans weren't as free as the previous generations, that's for sure, especially those that were prior to the Civil War. But growing up here, we had incredible freedoms, and law enforcement was very honorable for the most part. I mean, there was corruption always, but...
Well, it wasn't law enforcement. Michael, it was not law enforcement. It was peace officers. When you're talking about the 1950s and 1960s, it was like Mayberry where I was
Yes,
living, literally.
Yes, it was. As we said in the past, I mean, if you were drunk, driving while drunk, the police, whether it was a trooper or the local rent-a-cops, they would pull you over and bring you home so that everybody was safe, and then the next morning you could go get your car. That's all there was to it. But of course,
we have people like that everywhere. I mean, I think the intent, for the most part, is to try to do the right thing. There's very little criminal element. But there is this thing about authority and bullying. And there is the idea of the guy has to live in the community that he serves. We have several law enforcement here in Grants Pass where I live, and there's them and us. And it's like that. Politic-wise, there's never enough money, and so they play games politically. I'm probably just a very small community here. What I'd like to see is some clarity on what an oath keeper is, what militia means, and why NSA would deem terrorism inside America when mostly it's Americans and some illegal aliens. Ha ha ha.
Well, sure. I mean, when you keep everything local, Richard, sure, then most of the time your local police officers, if you're a local person as well, I mean, usually they cut you a break initially for minor
infractions. There's always that, and I'm finding that. And then there are regions or little isolated pockets where the sheriff's name is Bubba. And Humboldt, and when you get down into Northern California, where, marijuana and other kinds of drugs are big business, it's always present. Right now, where I live, we have a rogue FBI unit. And how does that work?
Well, that's,
Rich,
who do I talk to about that?
Well, that's
Rick,
where we are today, gentlemen. You see, everything is a racket for the most part, and corruption is much more prevalent than it was in the past. There was always corruption in every aspect of our society and culture. However, today it's rampant, and that's what is, so blatantly obvious to all of us. And for the good people in, any form of branches of law enforcement, troopers or locals, whatever they are, the good guys that are still there, they know what we're talking about, and life is difficult for them as well because they got to deal with it firsthand.
So what they're doing here now is they're infiltrating our really clean units of militia and oath keepers. And I'm watching how they're being misused on a personal level. It's just terrible. How do we change this? I don't even know what to do.
Well, again, guys, it's corruption. And how do you stop corruption? Well, corruption is a disease. So if you look at our nation as a body, like an individual body of a person, and it's got a disease. Now, disease is corruption. Whatever form of that disease is, it's ultimately a corruption in the body. So when our country as a body is corrupted head to toe, the disease is rampant all through it like a cancer. If you don't operate quick, you're going to lose that body. It's going to die. That's where we are now. So, I mean, if nothing is done soon, and what can be done? The only doctor to cure this disease of corruption in our country, it's so pervasive and extensive, It's military action. There's no other solution. The people are not organized. There's no way they're going to be able to get organized fast enough and take over their governments at the local, county, state levels first, and then get the federal government out of the way. It isn't going to happen. There's not enough time. Doesn't look like it from my perspective anyway. But
so what do you do with all the veterans after the war is over and they've come home?
Well, of course, Richard.
I would think that this would be the educators, the veterans.
They are
working with children.
Sure, but look how many
Smokey the Bear type of project. Not Smokey Bear, but Smokey the Bear. That guy. And I make a distinction on the and not a the, because that's what the U.S. Forest Service is trying to do now. It's crazy.
Look at how a lot of the veterans are sick and ill and unable to perform any kind of civic duty to pass on their experience and expertise.
I've seen that.
Right?
I've seen that.
And so
we have a dome here, a domiciliary.
And that's treason. Okay, that's treason from our federal government not taking care of these men and women that have, but, men, I don't know why women are in there. I mean, it's just a man's job. But anyway, why they're not being taken care of as they should be, that's disgusting and it's treason in my view, and they should be taken care of. But ultimately, all I'm saying is that military action needs to be done. And that's why we have a military, to protect us from a domestic enemy, which is clearly nesting in Washington, D.C. and throughout the state capitals. And then the locals can clean up their local governments at the local and county levels for sure, and then get the state under control. But at the national perspective, we got to get our troops home and clean house here. Otherwise, we're going to lose this country because it's corrupt head to toe, cancer's everywhere, and we're losing the body. Its vital life signs are diminishing. And so unfortunately, that's the situation, guys. But, as bleak as it all is, I just want to say two things. I want to get to the Clintons' background, but the positive aspect is, God is good. The good Lord reigns in heaven supreme. There is no competition for them. And what's coming? Because mankind is not able to control this antichrist, devilish activity prevalent throughout our entire country and the world now. God will intervene as he always does at the right time, but he will use these opportunities to screen out everything that does not belong to him. And so what's coming, as I've said for quite a few years, and it's looking very accurate, it's going to be a major heat wave coming beyond what we're experiencing right now. And I personally love it. Like I said in the past, and I'm not bragging, I'm not saying anything special, guys. I'm just close to the good Lord. I've been lucky since I was a kid, and I'm on his side all the way. So I learned how everything is, and I know the secrets to certain things, and I love this heat wave. I'm super healthy. I never get sick. I don't sleep much, and I got energy to go all day long, and I'm very physical, hardworking. I'm chopping firewood right now in this heat with a 12-pound steel maul, monster maul, busting up oak and locust, and I love it. But anyway, that just gives you an example how it is for those that are close to the good Lord. And he's just going to separate the wheat from the chaff. That day's coming close, so we got that to look forward to. The scumbags that Mike and
Mike, we've got the call board lit up. Do you have a quick point that you'd like to make?
Yes, and on the Clintons' background, guys, everybody go to YouTube, and here's 3 videos. You can see it all on the Clintons. One is Clinton 2016 Conspiracy Shocker.
That's the one, yeah. That runs Clinton down cold.
That sure does, Richard. That's a great one. But here's a couple more. Hillary Clinton exposed, movie she banned from theaters. And then the other one, Hillary and Bill Clinton. Hillary, I call her Hillary Rotten Clinton. Hillary and Bill Clinton, their evil corruption exposed. That's also phenomenal. Very lengthy. All the details are there, guys. Spread the word, and everybody will see as much as we can gain on their whole background, how evil and corrupt it's been. And thanks, guys. But don't forget, they're just puppets of the Rockefellers, and so were the Dulles brothers and all the rest. They're just minions for the real controlling elite, like the Rockefeller family, Schiff, Goldman, Rothschilds, etc. But thank you, Vincent and Richard. You guys take good care. God bless.
Thanks very much. And I'll post those links on the website, USA Prepares, to the YouTube videos that Michael was talking about. Michael, thank you so much. Tom on the East Coast, welcome.
Wow, those are 2 really smart and tough acts. to follow.
Tom, hold on one second. Very quickly, I just said a couple of weeks ago that I think USA Prepares should run for office, and I don't mean me.
President Vincent.
No. I don't mean me. I mean USA Prepares. Imagine, I believe that we have the best and the brightest class on radio. I really believe it, because there's a guy that says, you don't need to think. I'll tell you what to think. Be a ditto head. We don't have ditto heads. We don't have those types. What we have is a whole bunch of independent thinkers, researchers, scientists, physicists, authors, medical doctors who all think independently and are so bright. I think USA Prepares would really be able to run the government so much better than anything that we've seen in years. And I don't mean me. I don't mean me, but Mike Ma would be a great president.
Mike Ma. Yeah, there you go.
Well, I mean, he'd have his 2 Glocks behind his back in the White House, in the Oval Office. He'd be playing with his guns, and guys who
showing him how to do it.
Yeah, and guys who just didn't follow honesty and integrity would, be accidentally killed right there in the Oval Office.
Well,
and he'd say, "Oh, geez,
didn't Shayne shoot somebody just like that?"
Yeah, well, yeah. His best buddy shot him with a shotgun right in the face.
For you, I've got him in a dark trench coat, and does he look evil? Good God.
Yeah, Tom, please continue. You had some points that you'd like to make.
Well, I'll expound on what you just said. You bring up some really good points, and I think the reason that you have such good listeners and such a lively show is you attract retired professionals like myself, it seems, from what I hear from those that call in and those that you have on as guests, and then younger people who really are interested in germane, up-to-date topics that actually matter. And then you get a unique learning didactic.
How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
You are an individual with your own thoughts, decisions, and actions, so why should you be penalized for not enrolling in the subpar health insurance mandated by the government when you can be truly independent with Liberty Health Share, a bold, innovative alternative allowing you to take back control and make your own decisions about your health care? Mention this ad when you call to learn more. 800-714-6993. That's 800-714-6993. Liberty Health Share. Together, we are one.
Okay, open your mouth and say ah.
Getting a good view of a sore throat can be difficult, but the new doctor-recommended sore throat exam kit from SayAhNow.com makes it easy. A first-of-its-kind scientifically designed oral retractor to relax the tongue, minimize gag reflex, and increase visibility. Our Made in the USA kit also includes a medical-grade reference chart, easy-to-use website and app so that you're one click away from unparalleled sore throat information. Click SayAhNow.com. SayAhNow.com, a must-have for your family's medical preparedness.
Honey, why are there fish swimming in our bathtub?
Aren't they cute? You need more omega-3s, and those fish oil pills with toxins and heavy metals are scary. So I'm making fish oil from scratch.
Oh boy, didn't I tell you I'm ordering Nutrigold fish oil? It's exceptionally pure.
That's That's what they all say.
No, really. Nutrigold's fish oil is concentrated from pure cold water fish straight off the Alaskan coast and manufactured right here in the USA.
Well, cold Alaskan waters are much more pristine than the polluted waters that other fish oils are sourced from.
That's what I'm saying. And it's 5-star certified to meet international purity, potency, and freshness standards.
Well, that sounds even better.
Great. I'll be in my office ordering a few bottles. If I order now on www.fishoil.best, I can save $5 using the promo code MyFishOil. Honey, why are there bees in my office?
Get rid of those fish burps for good. Go to Nutrigold's US-made fish oil products by going to www.fishoil.best and get $5 off by entering MyFishOil at checkout.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-261-0937. That's 800-261-0937.
On the average, Americans work between 45 to 50 years, hoping to build up enough wealth to retire and live out their golden years. Unfortunately, with taxation, the rising cost of food, energy, housing, and medical, many retirees are forced to live below the poverty line. Is this a flaw-free enterprise, or is our monetary unit we call the Federal Reserve Note forcing us into perpetual debt, ensuring inflation and higher taxes? These questions and more can be answered by reading G. Edward Griffin's book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. Congressman Ron Paul states it's what every American needs to know about central bank power, a gripping adventure into the secret world of international banking cartel. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. I will give a silver dollar from the early 1900s to anyone who purchases this book. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order a copy today. It's critical that the public be made aware of the system. Call and order your copy today at 1-800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
You know, class, when we first started, we started 1 hour once a week. And I thought, how are we going to fill that? And then we went to 1 hour 5 days a week. And I thought, how are we going to fill that? And now we are at 2 hours 5 days a week. And I'm trying to think, how are we going to fit it all in? Tom, please continue. We have Mark in Pennsylvania and Susan in Arizona waiting on hold. So if you can say whatever it is quickly,
real quick.
I'd appreciate it.
So the other callers can get in. I'll call back later on another day to make my broader points. Where did the commercial get me? Did I get everything out?
No, the last 10 seconds were cut off.
Okay, simply this. I don't find what you said about the audience in the show a bit braggadocious or exaggerated at all. I think what you have, and the reason it works so well, and that'll probably continue to expand, is that you have professional retirees like me that listen, and you have younger people that listen, and you always present germane, current topics that are of importance to intelligent people. And the younger ones can learn from the older ones, and the older ones, we can learn from the younger ones too. Like I said, you had two younger guys, the guy from Europe and from New York. I thought they were excellent. Fine examples of the kind of young people we need to make this a greater nation. So I think that synergy that happens between the young and the old and those that care is just so didactic that your show, it can't help but grow. One more thing. I hope everybody will say a prayer for President Carter. For everyone who says, he was a lousy president, think about this. This is how I judge the man. I think he was the only president in this century who displayed true Christian character. Now, I know that he was naive on certain issues. We might all be if we were thrown into a den of vipers. However, if you want to judge a man, don't judge him by this world's standards. Judge him by who would you leave your grandkids with. Think about any president during your lifetime that you would trust to watch your grandkids. He's the only one that I would trust, and that makes him, among other things, of course, a really good man, and I hope he does well. I hope people pray for him.
I agree. And he tried to tell the truth. He really did. And I think he was prevented from doing that in many circumstances.
Dick
Tom,
Carter
thank you so much
was
for
interviewed in ARP this last month and said that Washington is for sale.
Yeah.
Said it.
Yeah. Tom, thank you so much for calling. We've got Mark in Pennsylvania. You've got about a minute, and then Susan follows you.
Okay. Basically, what I want to say, Vincent, is that this, I've had 2 families destroyed by this culture, and I don't mean it was direct, but the point of it is, my original family was poor, but extremely smart. My second family was rich and very smart, but neither one survived because the cultural sicknesses prevailed. And what I see in the alternative movement is that there's a lot of division. There's ego tripping going on. And as an example, I heard you this morning on Sam's show. Sam likes Mac, and I like Mac, but the whole deal about the constitutional sheriff thing, it just like, where did it go? It didn't go anywhere. And I actually got really involved with calling sheriffs and having conversations. And it didn't go anywhere because nobody's holding anybody accountable at the local level. We got to take it back at the local level. We got to step out of ego and work together. We're the deeper level spirit basis of who we are. We got to work this out. And like Richard said, the Mexicans, they still have the family unit. It's intact, and they work together. They work with each other, and they support each other. And what happened to us? What happened to us? So
Mark,
we got to work together. And anyway, So
Mark, you were saying that no one holds these sheriffs accountable. Actually, I did. I held Sheriff Joey Kyle accountable, and I said, why hasn't he arrested Andrew Spencer, the cop who tased one of our instructors, Bob Estep? And, well, what happened ultimately, Joey Kyle resigned from being sheriff in Christian County and is going to the federal prison for crimes he committed. So the bottom line is we need to expose these people and point them out, shine the light on them, and get rid of them. Bravo. And I've had Joey Kyle to one of our meetups to explain why he had an MRAP. I was outraged that he had an MRAP. So I've been trying to do my part, but I really believe that USA Prepares has the best and brightest classroom on air. I really believe it. And it's not me. It's the instructors and class. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
At 30dayfoodsupply.com, 2 of our top priorities are providing quality food at a reasonable price and protecting your security. When you call 800-700-2184, we will never record your phone call and never ask for your personal information, like how much food you have stored or where you keep it. We'll also never store your credit card information and email address on a computer. Your email address will never be shared or sold. We'll never limit the number of boxes you can purchase. We'll never use outside packers or use relabeled food from another company. Our meals are naturally high in fiber, carbs, and protein, and everything is packed with oxygen absorbers and Mylar pouches under our direct supervision at our plant in Oregon. Oregon Trail Foods and 30dayfoodsupply.com keep prices low by buying directly from the producers in Oregon and then passing the savings on to you. Call 800-700-2184 and purchase our 30-day 90-serving emergency food supply for only $99, and $10 ships your entire order to the lower 48. Visit our website, 30dayfoodsupply.com, or call 800-700-2184. That's 30dayfoodsupply.com at 800-700-2184.